All right, hello class. What I'd like to do today is to introduce and talk a little bit about the next essay assignment. So what we're going to uh, be looking at are in the week 8 folder. There are assignment sheets, and there's a number of different articles as well. So the first thing I want to do is actually to look at this particular article on 5 types of new media. What this particular essay is asking you to do is to analyze an advertisement. So you're going to choose an ad, and from that advertisement, you're going to talk about its message, its approach, what it's trying, what it's seeking to do, and you're then going to break it down systematically in terms of its message, its audience, and the organization that produced it. Now, in addition to that content of an advertisement, it's also important to understand context, and that's really where new media comes in. So new media refers to types of media that offer a kind of enhanced engagement. Typically, it is a digital engagement. So most of these are going to be integrated online, and they just offer really whoever is working with it. They offer them an opportunity to create content and engage with it on a level you don't really see in television or radio or newspapers. So so this article just outlines a few different types of new media. This serves as the subject for our next discussion board that I have posted today. And it really is starts with a discussion of blogs. Blogs were a very early kind of new media, and if you think before Facebook, people could have an online presence. They sort of have their own blog site, and they've sort of waned in popularity, but they remain important, and most platforms have a blog feature associated with them. So there's newspapers will publish blogs, and individuals still do as well. Think about virtual reality. The early history of virtual reality would involve big helmets and electronic glove, and you're interacting with different shapes and objects in a digital space, but it all looked very very unrealistic. Today, anyone can take their phone and do a kind of virtual tour of a space where you're actually interacting with and walking around the space. If you're shopping for a new couch, you can hold your phone up and place a digital version of that couch in the image and see what it would look like. So virtual reality, that's another type of engagement with new media. Social media, this is probably the most popular. Most people have accounts on several different social media platforms. And online newspapers. So these offer engagement through the comments. Newspapers themselves have not fully adapted in terms of their business model to the modern landscape. So they as a result, many have closed or consolidated. Layoffs are very common, and they just haven't quite figured out a profitable business model to meet the needs of this new digital environment. And then lastly, digital games, of course, are very, very popular. You think of the early history of gaming in like an arcade cabinet with all of the action happening on one screen, like Centipede or Donkey Kong or something to that effect. And as games evolved, you started to be able to explore a larger world, usually in a two-dimensional depiction, and then eventually the ability to fully explore a three-dimensional space with fewer and fewer restrictions and boundaries. And then with the advent of high-speed internet, you had the ability to interact with other people in that environment. So it's that interaction that distinguishes it as new media. So what we can take from this is just that these new media platforms have given people additional opportunities, new ways to engage with and create content, and all of that has implications for how advertisers gain access to us. You think about social media, the advertisement experience often is very customized to the individual. Their shopping habits and activities online influence the types of ads that they see. Companies themselves will have a digital presence, so they're going to be present there and see that. So as you are writing this essay, you want to think about where you saw the ad and how that environment influences how that message is perceived. So to see an ad on social media, to see an ad on television is a different kind of experience in a couple of different ways. So so you want to factor that into your analysis as well. Now, as we do move forward with this, you'll want to review the assignment sheets for this. This is a two-part project. The first part is a 3 to 5 page essay, and the second part is a multimedia component that's going to complement that essay. The typical way that students do this is to have an essay and then maybe a PowerPoint presentation that summarizes and responds to that essay. All of the essays and presentations need to use media other than text, so visual arguments are part of this as well, and we'll have a chapter on that as we move forward too. So so that is essentially where we are. I want you to review these documents, and by next week you need to have an advertisement picked out because our activities are going to relate to that. The discussion board I have planned for today is going to deal with that article on new media that I just discussed, but do make sure that you read through these assignment sheets, get a good sense of what this project is all about, and come to class next week ready to work on and discuss your choice of an advertisement. So so thank you for watching, and I will be in touch. Your final drafts of your last essay are going to be due on Sunday. I do have feedback for those to post, so so you can look for that today as well.